Hello everyone, welcome to A Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. Well, I'm down getting the last piece of the form bar in the PVC, and I forgot my hacksaw, so they're going to cut it in half for me, just to make it easy to carry in the van. They're measuring it here. No big surprise. The piece of form bar that's supposed to be 20 feet long is actually only 19 feet 9 inches or something. It doesn't have to be that exact, buddy. Just close to half. As it turns out, I'm buying this to put inside the PVC, the half-inch PVC that I'm going to weight the soaker hose down with. I kind of glanced at the comments last night, and everybody's saying, why don't you just put the form bar inside the PVC? I think I said that in the video, but as is sometimes the case, I think it was towards the end of the video, and I don't think people were watching the video all the way before they made a comment. But that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this heavier bar inside the PVC, and then use it as a weight to hold down the soaker hose. It's the last one that I have to do. Funnily enough, I forgot my hacksaw, so they want me to buy a cutting disc. How much, ma'am, all total?
468.
468?
Yes.
46 flat? I'm just teasing.
500. 468. 532. Ratio and cup.
Salamat.
Thank you.
So this piece of form bar, I guess it's a bit more than what I thought it was going to be. It's actually 288 pesos. I thought they were 160. So the form bar is a little bit more expensive than over 100 pesos more. But it's right. It's the right amount of weight, and it's, it's not that much more expensive, and it will just work properly. And so I'm gonna, I guess he's having a hard time dividing half of whatever the total length was. I told him it doesn't have to be exact, just cut it close to in half, but he's wanting to do it exactly half, so that's fine. No big deal. So the end caps and the one piece of PVC and the form bar, I still have the solvent, less than 500 pesos, so I'm calling that a win all the way. And they're cutting it for me basically for nothing. All I got to do is buy a cutting disc, and Tata can use that when this guy's done, so it's all good. Thank you everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right, well, I've run out of daylight here in a few minutes too soon. I was able to, I know I had talked about before in another video, replacing this portion of the soaker hose that I'd taped over with garden hose, and I just lucked out on just everything, because the ID of this half-inch hose, it actually wouldn't fit on the little nipple that comes out here, but there's the housing that the nipple screws into is a little bit larger, and the ID of this hose was it's a very snug fit, but I was able to work it on there, put a clamp on it, so that's held in place. and the OD of this hose and the ID of the soaker hose were the same, but the soaker hose will stretch a little bit, so I was able again forcefully to work this soaker hose over this hose and clamp it, and it didn't collapse, and I wouldn't anticipate it collapsing. That's a good tight fit there. I'm just out of time. I did put the rod assembly together. As you can probably see, there's three blue pipes in that water. So I got the PVC fit together with the form bar inside of it. It's nice and heavy. There's going to be no problems with that, and I just don't have time right now to tie it all together. I've got to tie the soaker hose to the PVC, and I've got the nylon here. I don't have a light here, and it's almost dark, so that's going to be tomorrow's project. But this is done, completely done. It's the way it needs to be. This can go all the way to the bottom now without any loss of air in a place that I don't want it. Get away from that compressor. So this is perfect and ready to go. I'm also going to build a little stand here of some kind right here. I really don't want to use the well, but I'm going to build some kind of little stand here for the air compressors, because I'm probably going to get one more, at least one more of this size, maybe a little bit bigger, one or two more. This one will not handle all the tanks that I'm going to put in here. One more may. I don't know. I might have to get two more. But they're only like 1,500 pesos a piece, so they're not far out of line price-wise. So I'll get one or two, and we'll just deal with it from there. But I need a little stand to put them on, out of the rain, out of the sun. And I'm just going to build a little stand here to set them all on. This one is just hanging off this pole. This one's hanging off the roof. There's lines running everywhere. I just don't like it. So I'm going to put a little stand here so that it looks a little more neat and organized and professional, and I'll be able to move the lines around in a proper fashion, either partially bury them or run them by the tanks. Just get rid of the trip hazards, and so it doesn't look quite so oakified, and we'll move forward from there. I'm going to measure this tomorrow and ask Tatay. Tatay and I will make up a materials budget of what I'm going to need, and to do that we need to really seriously map it out and plan it out, and so I will do that tomorrow evening. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.